Hello ladies and gentlemen, Scared2 here bringing you another Minecraft World War II vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and doing a redesign for the sd.kfz 251/1. The sd.kfz 251 half-track was a German armored fighting vehicle designed by the Hanomag company, based on its earlier unarmored sd.kfz 11 vehicle. The sd.kfz 251 was designed to transport the Panzer Grenadiers, or basically German mechanized infantry, into battle. The sd.kfz 251s were the most widely produced German half-tracks of the war, with at least 15,252 vehicles and variants produced by 7 manufacturers. Some sources state that the sd.kfz 251 was commonly referred to simply as the Hanomags by both German and Allied soldiers after the manufacture of the vehicle. However, that commonly accepted term has come into question, perhaps only being a post-war label. German officers refer to them as SPW, the Schützenpanzerwagen, or Armored Infantry Vehicle, in their daily orders and memoirs. The vehicle itself is one of those vehicles that basically inspired so many different variants off the base chassis. We have the standard model, which pretty much is the 251/1, as you can see here, which is pretty much the troop carrier version. The original intention and design for the 251, but there were tons of different variants going up to like in the 23 different variants or something like that, not including field modified ones, to basically serve different roles. You had anti-tank ones, you had mortar carriers, you had gun carriers, you had command vehicles, you had so many different variants. That's what makes the 251 so awesome in my opinion, just the sheer amount of versatility this vehicle had and the capabilities it provided the German army with. Anyways, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this is a redesign, so this is going to replace an older design for the 251, which we've had on the channel for a very long time. We did a few other variants here and there of the half-track, kind of in stages leading up, I guess, to this new design overall, and those will be revamped as well to fit the new design, which has been slightly altered a bit compared to the original design we went with and all that stuff. So trying to keep them all consistent and get them all, the same with each other. Anyways, going ahead and taking a look at the 251. We're going to start off by taking a look at the front here. So really straightforward in the front. You just obviously have the headlights up front here, just the front kind of sloped armor, and you can see a little bit of the suspension and axle that goes across right there on the bottom. We then have obviously the hood over here that goes over the engine, the little viewports here, or driving slits or whatever for the driver and the passenger. Up on top here we have the mount for an Mg34 to be mounted on top here. Again, this is kind of optional. Not all half-tracks had a Mg34 equipped on top, but a lot of them actually did, and there was always a mount somewhat included on it to allow the mounting of one. This one also has a Mg34 mounted on the back here, so if you want to have another one on the back, you can obviously have that as well. And based off of some pictures, it did have another mount on the back there. On the sides here, nothing real fancy in terms of anything going on here, just some side compartments. The tracks itself, half track, got a wheel in the front, tracks in the back, and the back here just the brake, the tail lights, some detail here on both sides there. And for the most part, that's pretty much it for the 251. In the inside here, you can also get a bit of a view as well. Pretty straightforward there, nothing too much going on here. Just a troop bay with some seats for the passengers, and we also have the seats up there for the driver and all that stuff. So anyways, that's pretty much what the 251 is, and this is what we're going to be doing in this tutorial. Let's go ahead and move into the build by beginning with our first layer, layer 1. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our first layer, we'll be going ahead and begin with layers 0 through 1. Now, if you do want to build this thing in a different color pattern, feel free to do so. A lot of the German vehicles we've been doing, kind of like later war tanks and stuff like that, were designed in a tan color. So if you want to, you could do a tan color and also a camouflage on this vehicle, but we'll be going with the traditional gray color that was used on the early versions of the half-track, as the tan color didn't really start to become a thing until later on in the war. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go and place down 2 nether brick stairs back to back, just like this, to go ahead and make the right front wheel. From that, we're going to go and place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 stone slab full blocks to the side. followed by another brick upside down stair, and another upside down stair coming off of it, so you get stuff that looks like this for the front here. Once that's done there, we want to go ahead and then skip a space back from these nether brick stairs, and we're going to place down another nether brick upside down stair right here as well, and same thing over here, like so. Once that's all done, going back from this nether brick stair, we're going to place down a stone brick top slab on both ends. In the space below the nether brick top slab, we're going to place down a nether brick full block, like this, in the ground, like so, to kind of show that tracks kind of go down and are flowing across the ground here. We then want to place down a cobblestone wall, followed by a polished andesite block, a cobblestone wall, polished andesite block, cobblestone wall, polished andesite block, with another brick upside down stair here on the back. Now on all these polished andesite blocks, we're going to place down some item frames, and we're going to go and place down polished andesite blocks in the item frames like that for the wheels. And going over here, we're going to do the same thing. So a cobblestone wall, polished andesite block, cobblestone wall, polished andesite block, cobblestone wall, polished andesite block like this going back, item frames on the polished andesite blocks, and then a polished andesite block in the item frames like so. And then another brick stair coming off the polished andesite block on the end here. Once that's done, we're going to place down a iron trapdoor coming off those two nether brick upside down stairs on both sides here, followed by a, should probably actually be a black banner. Let me go and grab black real quick, as this will look better. We're going to place down a black banner coming off of these two iron trapdoors, and let me go ahead and adjust this real quick over here, this one, for the mud flaps. When that's all done there, we're going to go ahead and go from this iron trapdoor, we're going to go ahead and go 1 and 2 over, break this one right here in the middle, so we have an iron trapdoor right in the middle in between these iron trapdoors like so, and then we're going to place down 1 iron trapdoor back like this, which will be basically the kind of trailer hitch there that we'll get to a little bit later on. Anyways, what we also want to do is we actually want to go ahead and take some nether brick blocks, and under these cobblestone walls for the tracks, we're going to go ahead and want to place down some nether brick full blocks. This right here will kind of cover up the space left open by these cobblestone walls and make it look a little bit nicer and cleaner overall. Anyways, with that all complete, that is going to do it for layer number 130, or 0 for 1. And with that, let's move on to our next layer, layer 2. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 2. Now for layer 2, to get started here, we want to go ahead and start off by actually going to the front here and coming off this stone slab full block up here. We're going to place down an iron trapdoor. This is something I forgot to do in the previous layer, so let's go ahead and throw that on. Once that's done, we're going to place down a polished andesite block on top of the iron trapdoor, followed by a skeleton skull coming off of this polished andesite block to both sides. So just like this. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood fence gate opened up toward the polished andesite block like this, followed by 1 and 2 end rods to both sides, and same thing over here, 1 and 2 end rods to the sides. We then want to go and go to these nether brick stairs here. We're going to place down 2 nether brick stairs back to back on top of the stairs like so. Same thing over here as well. With that out of the way, we're going to place down a polished andesite block here in the middle, followed by a cobblestone wall here to both ends like that. With that done, we're going to place down a row 3 here of polished andesite blocks across the middle here, followed by a cobblestone wall on both ends. Coming off this cobblestone wall, we're going to place down a sign. On the side here, same thing over here. With that out of the way, we're going to place down a nether brick slab. Right here, coming off this nether brick upside down stair, both sides. We're then going to place down a stone brick slab on top of that stone brick top slab. After that stone brick slab, we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 nether brick slabs back. Same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 nether brick slabs, or sorry, 6 nether brick slabs back, and that stone brick slab right there on top of that top slab to go ahead and create this design and get that all squared away. Once that's all finished there, we're going to take polished andesite blocks, and we want to go ahead and run a row of polished andesite blocks along the side here. So we're going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 polished andesite blocks back. Once that's done there, we want to go and go to the other side here and do the same thing. So row of polished andesite blocks going back. So it should be kind of in line with these iron trapdoors, kind of over the spaces in between them. Once that's done, going ahead and going up to the front here, we want to go ahead and fill the space in 1 and 2. We're going to fill those spaces completely in. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves a stone brick stair, and we are going to go ahead and take this polished andesite block here on both sides and swap it out for a stone brick stair. So we have 3 rows of 3 here, and then a stone brick stair section here with a stone brick slab in between those stairs like so. From this point here, we're going to go ahead and go back from this stone brick slab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 more slabs back. So we have a row of 7 down the middle here, and then an iron or a stone brick stair here on the end there like that. And that'll kind of be setting us up for the interior, which we're going to get to a little bit later. Once that's done, we're going to then place down an iron trapdoor coming off this polished andesite block here at a, or basically come off the side like so. On top of this iron trapdoor here, we're going to place down a stone brick stair like this on both sides. Coming off the stone brick stair itself, we're going to go into our creative menu, grab ourselves an item frame, and we're also going to need a red stained glass block. We're going to place down an item frame and a red stained glass block on these two stone brick stairs, and we're going to place down a sign over the stair, just like that. Once that's finished, the last thing, or one of the last things for us to do is to go and place down a skeleton skull. And if you do want to add these little external fuel tanks that are mounted on the back here, we're going to just place down an iron trapdoor on these two polished andesite blocks. But if you do not want to include those in the tutorial, then you can just go ahead and place down, basically leave those spaces empty. Anyways, with that all complete, that is going to do it for layer number 2. And with that, we can move on to our next layer, layer number 3. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 3. For layer 3 to begin with, we're going to place down a stone brick stair on top of this polished andesite block. We then want to place down a cobblestone wall here to both sides of this stone brick stair. Once that's done, come off the two cobblestone walls, we're going to place down two item frames with glass blocks in the item frames, and then a sign also over the side here of this cobblestone wall to go ahead and make our front headlights. Once that's done, we're going to go off this cobblestone wall to both sides, place down a iron trapdoor. Going ahead and go back from this, we're going to place down a polished andesite block going back from the stone brick stair, followed by a stone brick stair coming off this polished andesite block to both sides. Coming off the fronts of the stairs, we're going to place down an iron trapdoor, again both sides there like that. After that, we're going to place down a row of 3 of polished andesite blocks across. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and take our polished andesite, place down another row of 3 of polished andesite across, followed by a stone brick stair on both ends. Coming off this stone brick stair toward the front here, we're going to place down a light gray banner, just like this. Once that's done there, we're going to take our cobblestone walls this time. We're going to place down a row of cobblestone walls that is going to actually go in between these stone brick stairs. So we're actually replace these with cobblestone walls, and we can even actually go and take the middle one and replace that with a polished andesite block. Anyways, once that's done there, we're going to place down another stone brick corner stair that comes off this stair. Again, this can be on both sides here. We're going to leave the middle space open, and also to the sides here, we can go and place down a dark oak wood fence gate opened up, coming off this corner stair, and do the same thing over here as well, just like this, and have the dark oak wood fence gate opened up toward the corner stair. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and go after the corner stair. We're going to place down a stone brick upside down stair. So it's going to be the same thing there on both sides. We then want to take our polished andesite blocks, place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 polished andesite blocks back. Same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. On the side of these blocks, we're going to go and place down a tripwire hook, followed by a sign, tripwire hook, sign, and tripwire hook. Same thing over here, tripwire hook, sign, and a tripwire hook like so. With that all done, we're going to go ahead and take our stone brick stairs, place down 1 and 2 stone brick stairs back, followed by a corner stair on the corner here. We're then going to do the same thing over here, 1 and 2 stone brick upside down stairs, followed by an upside down corner stair. If you want to, you can just go and take our stone brick stairs, place down a row of 3 across here, or if you would like to go ahead and add on these little kind of fuel tank or little jerry cans or whatever on the back here, you can place down 2 gray shulker boxes and then a stone brick upside down stair in the middle, and then just put down signs on the side of these shulker boxes, or you can just choose to put a row of stone brick stairs across there, whatever you want to do. Just adds a little bit more detail to the back there. Alrighty guys, so real quick before we go and move into the interior, I want to go and make one quick adjustment. Now I accidentally put the interior a little bit too far forward, so we need to kind of scoot it back. So we have these stone brick stairs and these slabs right here. We're actually going to go and scoot this back 1 block toward the rear, and then we're going to place down a row of polished andesite in that section like that. So now we have a total of 6 of these polished andesite block rows on the sides here like that. We then have a space of 2 over here in this section. Now we can go and then break these cobblestone walls and replace them with polished andesite blocks, and then in this section we're going to place down a polished andesite block in the middle, cobblestone wall to both sides. Now with that complete, we can now go ahead and put our interior in. So for this, we're going to place down an iron trapdoor on those 2 polished andesite blocks, followed by a black banner like this for the back of the seat. Once that's done there, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone brick stair on top of these polished andesite blocks right here on both sides. Going back from the stone brick stair, we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 iron trapdoors back. Same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Back like that. And with that all complete, that's going to do it for the interior, and that's going to complete layer number 3. With that, let's go ahead and move on to layer 4. Alrighty guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 4. For layer 4 to begin with, we're going to go ahead and take iron trap doors, place down a row of 1 and 2 iron trap doors like this. We're then going to follow that up by placing down 1 and 2 stone brick slabs back. After that's done, going ahead and go into the sides here, we're going to place down a stone brick slab like this to both sides like that. And we also want to go and place down an iron trap door on both sides of the stone brick slab right here up in the front. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and then grab ourselves some skeleton skulls. We're going to place down a skeleton skull on top of this dark oak wood fence gate. That's like this on both sides there. And we can go and continue on. We're then going to place down a stone brick stair on top of this upside down stair with its back facing toward the middle on both sides. On the back of the stair, we're going to place down an iron trap door, again on both sides here, and then a stone brick upside down stair like that in the middle. With that done there, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone brick upside down stair coming off this stone brick stair like this. So it's going to be like that on the sides there. And after that stone brick upside down stair, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 stone brick stairs back, followed by a stone brick corner stair on the corner here. Same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 stone brick stairs back, stone brick corner stair, and then a row 3 of stone brick stairs across in between those corner stairs. With that all done, that's going to wrap up the exterior. Let's go ahead and move into the interior real quick. Real simple interior for this layer. We're just going to place down a lever on this stone brick stair here on both sides and flick it down to connect up to that stone brick stair. We then want to take black banners and place down a row of 5 of black banners here coming off those stone brick stairs to kind of create the seats here for the passengers to sit in. And with that all complete, that is going to do it for layer number 4. With that, we're going to move on to our last final layers here, which is going to include layers 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to put the radio antenna on the top machine guns and pretty much call it good. So with that, let's go ahead and move on to our last final layers. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our last final layers, we have layers 5 through 8. So for these layers here, we're just going to be basically building the top portion on. Of course, you can leave the half track like this and just add the radio antenna and leave the machine guns off. But if you want to add the machine guns, that's what we're going to be going ahead and adding on next. So to begin with the radio antenna, we're going to go and place down a basically straight line going up of 1, 2, 3, and 4 iron bars going up from this stone brick upside down stair here on the side, on the right side, and the right side only. And that's the radio antenna right there. And at this point, you could call the vehicle good. But if you want to add the machine guns on, which you know, let's be honest with ourselves, we do. We're gonna go ahead and place down the guns on the vehicle. So with that, we're gonna start off with the main gun up here in the front. We're gonna place down a narrow brick upside down stair like so. Coming off the narrow brick stair, we're gonna place down 1 and 2 end rods going forward. Coming off the back of the narrow brick stair, we want to go ahead and grab ourselves a spruce wood stair. We're going to place down a spruce wood upside down stair like this, coming off the back of that stair. Once that's done on both sides of the narrow brick stair, we're going to place down a cobblestone wall. And then coming off the cobblestone walls on the back here, we're going to go ahead and place down a sign here on both sides. On top of the cobblestone walls themselves, we're going to place down a skeleton skull at a slight angle like this, so it looks something like that from up above. We then want to place down a stone button on top of this spruce wood upside down stair here, and then an iron trapdoor on the nether brick upside down stair. Coming off the iron trapdoor, we're going to place down a light gray banner like that going toward the front, and you have your machine gun here with the protective armor kind of around it. With that done, we can have the back machine gun we can go ahead and choose to add on to. So to begin with, we're going to place down a skeleton skull on top of this stone brick stair here, followed by an end rod that goes to the side. This is kind of the mounting that is for the gun on the back here. We then want to place down a nether brick upside down stair that's going to be right next to this end rod like so. And then come off the back of that upside down stair, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a spruce wood stair. We're going to place down a spruce wood upside down stair, come off the back of that narrow brick stair. On the right side here of the stair, so this side here, we're going to place down a sign. We then want to go ahead and go from the narrow brick stair going forward. We're going to place down 2 end rods going forward. On top, or on the side here of this narrow brick upside down stair, we're going to place down a wither skeleton skull, followed by a redstone repeater on top of the narrow brick upside down stair like this, with the notches flicked back, and a stone button on top of the spruce wood upside down stair. With that all complete, that's going to pretty much wrap up my redesign and tutorial for the sd.kfz 251/1. Hope you guys do enjoy this design and are able to put it to good use. As I mentioned before, it's a iconic vehicle of the German army, basically being one of the most versatile and being one of the most important vehicles really for logistics and troop movements and all that stuff, and going with the German Blitzkrieg. Anyways, that's going to do it for this tutorial. If you guys do end up using this design, I do ask you guys give me proper credit for it. This may be from a sign the build, tweet to my channel or this video if this does appear on any social media sites. Just be sure to get proper credit for the build. That's all I ask for when doing these tutorials. It helps my channel grow and it continues to keep me inspired to keep on posting these types of videos. So as long as you guys give me credit for it, you're a free user for whatever projects you guys are working on. And that, thank you guys all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett204, and I'll see you guys next time.